Hello everyone, we are here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway for race number 4 of the LRL truck season. Right now we're under qualifying. I'm alongside Wolfgang Hoffman here tonight and our reporter Ryan Honeycutt. So we'll take you guys along here for the next, I guess, hour and a half or so, probably. Right now these drivers qualifying 2 laps here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and with the new repaved, or the newly repaved Atlanta, it's a full throttle 1.5 mile racetrack, first of its kind. Should be an interesting show tonight as you see some super speed racing, but at much like faster lap times, and usually it should be a little bit closer with the balls and whatnot. A little bit squished more than your typical super speedways like Daytona and Talladega. Now we're on the 16 of Maxim Lebach, making his way around the racetrack. Right now, Hayden Lowell goes P1, the 67 Napa machine. Now Joseph Magan goes P1. These drivers are running the bottom of the racetrack. You kind of see that most super speedways and 1.5 mile tracks in these trucks. So William Mann Sr. now on pole position. We'll see what happens here on this second lap for these drivers. So for 4 drivers, I said lap time. There's about another 7 or 8 or so qualifying. Also, have not said lap time yet. And Hayden Lowell goes top of the board right now. Joseph Magan goes second. Maxim Lebach is third. William Mann Sr. coming across the line for his second lap. He's going to go P3. Michael Rosero now fifth, doing his first lap. John Yerk seventh. He's going to come around second lap using that apron all the way he can. He's going to go P5. Eric Keplinger also on the racetrack right now. Going for his first lap, Brendan Timon, Luke Peters also.
You see, with some of these drivers, some of these drivers are winding it up on the outside, and some of these drivers are doing both their laps on the inside. So different strategies here.
As Michael Rosero goes P1.
Yeah, it's P1 for Michael Rosero.
Impressive time for him there.
Keplinger starting his hot lap here as he wound it up on the high side. He's getting ready to go for a heater.
Yeah, Keplinger's definitely someone to look out for here. He's always been good at the super speedway type races, and he's gotten the one strong result, I believe, last time out with P3. So can he follow that up with another good result here? He's always been good. This has always been pretty much his best type of track. Wins here a lot in LRL. Has won a lot of the street stock races at Charlotte and such. So this should be a good one for him here. Let's see what he does.
Using all that apron he can, he's going to go across the line. He's going to go to P2. 700 off from Michael Rosero. But Michael, pretty big gap between him and the rest of the field, especially this being a super speedway. 700s is a pretty big gap, and a little about 2,000s, about thousands off of Eric Keplinger and everyone within about 2/10.
And another thing you noticed is some of those drivers did not cut the apron their laps. They stayed up there on the track, so that could be just different ways of getting good time as Keplinger looks to be practicing green flag pit stops here at the end of his qualifying.
Yeah, and green flag pit stops, we could see maybe 1, maybe 2. I'm not exactly 100% sure how the fuel will look like, but in the past 3 races you've had to have at least 1 pit stop in the second half of the race. Sometimes we have green flag pit stop, and so we go have a green flag run. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see how these drivers attack that and whatnot, different strategies and whatnot. Tire is a little bit of an issue here at Atlanta with the really high banks and a lot more turning you do here since it's a shorter corners and whatnot. Because qualifying is ending, 10 seconds left, no one else on the racetrack, so Michael Rosero will get his pole position here tonight. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. As we're back live here at Atlanta, we're gonna go down the pit road with Ryan.
Down here, I'm doing a track walk. We got a bunch of drivers here. Most of these drivers, we got like 3 of them from North Carolina. So that's about as close as we got. So hopefully, I heard a bunch of fans here for the North Carolina drivers. We got a Texas driver on pole, Michael Rosero. Key to this race, it looks like track position. A couple drivers complain about how wide open it is. So they're going to be looking to get track position, and then if you don't, they're going to try to use every little bit of real estate, top to bottom, all the way to the grass on the front straightaway. And stage caution on lap 28, 3 extra set of tires. They're going to just try to see what tire wear will do, if that can make them help moves. If not, they're just going to have to try to stay up front and make sure they have enough fuel to make it to the end.
Yep. Thank you for that, Ryan. And we're going to take a quick look at your grid. 13 drivers here today at Atlanta. Yep, here we go. Mike Rosero on pole position. Eric Keplinger alongside him. Aiden Lowell in third. Joseph Mag in fourth. Luke Peters in fifth. RJ Yant. Oh, there's contact in the back. Whoa, they're wrecking.
What on earth?
As I'm not sure what happened. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. As we're back here live at Atlanta, a little bit of an issue there, but we're all good. As going green this time by Mike Rosero, your pole sitter. As his initial start is on green, so I guess a kind of new Geico research zone out since the last build. Have a little bit of a little different than your normal before. Normal official, I guess, starts still, but pace cars off.
Green, that second row, 2 teammates right there. They're going to be looking to hook up as quick as possible. So let's see what they can do here on the green flag.
Green flag is out. Seems like Michael went a little bit earlier than green, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe this was on my screen, but it looks like the inside lane got a really, really good restart, and everyone else, second lane, Eric Keplinger and Joseph Magin kind of fell to the back.
It was also a really good time by Hayden. The moment they went green, Hayden was on his bumper, and it looked a little bit lagged up at the top, and they're turned to single file out already.
Yeah, and officials, they did pretty recently, about, what, 2 weeks ago, there was no truck, so we don't really know how these trucks are going to race here. This is very, very new racetrack, and not ran in the trucks before as they're going all the way on the apron already to block, as here comes Hayden Lowe to the top side, Michael Rosero, Luke Peters on the bottom.
Yeah, we got a couple guys looking.
Oh,
to
contact in the back!
Contact!
Helping her around, and he's going to spin it around.
Caution is
Caution
finally
is
out
out
here.
As it looked like Keplinger got tagged by someone. Not sure who it was.
It looked like they were just... It's a wide track and it singles out, and I just don't think they were ready for it. Or
looks like William Mann Sr. I think he... Joseph checked up right in front of him, and he's trying to find a gap.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly looks like it's just a big funnel down into one. You see Joseph had to check up for that white car in front of him, and then it kind of just accordioned up, and then he overreacted to Joseph, and then Keplinger was just the victim.
Yeah, he was just trying not to hit Joseph, and that's what happened. Let's see the review. See, it looks like Peters kind of had a bad run on the apron, because the apron isn't really the fastest way around the racetrack. There's a little bit of a bumps there, and it just kind of damages your race. Because Keplinger, I don't think his damage is enough to take a fast repair. Definitely need to get fixed on pit lane, but he did hit the wall like 150 miles per hour. So I'm not sure how bad his right side is. Right side looks a lot less damage than his left side, to be honest, but probably just visual effects. But as that's gonna be the first caution of the night.
It all depends on how that toe is. Hopefully that car just keeps driving straight.
I think John Urich down pit lane, about 10, no, not 10, 5 others.
I believe these race cars that were involved in the pre-to-green accident coming down here to probably fix some damage here.
Kind of just saw a little bit of an action early on, and still a long way to go left in this race, so you don't want to use your fast repair too early in this race. We saw that kind of at Daytona make these guys very cautious as other drivers in their pit stops. Maximum Labak, Luke Peters, Brendan Timon, Joe Gregory. Actually, Luke Peters, that was time actually. 3:15. Sean Urich's coming out of the pits. Keplinger is still fixing his damage on pit lane.
Yeah, I was just down there on pit road talking to Keplinger's crew chief there, and they said looks like Michael he looked like he started to pick up pace a little bit before the green, but he didn't really accelerate, but his pace did pick up a little before the green. That's why you've seen Keplinger just kind of just waiting up there like a sitting duck, and the bottom line just started moving before he did.
Yeah, with the Geico restart zone, with the new Geico restart zone, it's kind of just a random green flag, and it's a lot different than it is an official. So these drivers that mostly do official racing, there's not really a Geico restart zone, so they don't really have a lot of practice with it. So I mean, just not used to it yet. And I think pretty soon it's probably gonna go to officials, probably next season or maybe 2 or so. I think it's Chuscone this time by. Then Lowell goes to the top, Michael to the bottom, Peters bottom, Joseph Magan top, William Mann Sr. bottom.
Michael does not want to see that. Those two teammates lining up right there. 1-2 on the outside of the lane, and they're definitely communicating to each other right now as they're probably gonna try to line up here and try to freight train around him as like Keplinger's back out here with his fixed race car, gonna try to get his track position back.
Yeah, we're taking a little bit of a look at that damage here, the 35-ish second pit stop, so not taking the fast repair yet, which I think is the right call for now. You have a caution coming in the lap 28, so you still have a chance to maybe gain some time back, and obviously you don't want to fast repair this early for not the biggest amount of damage. Looks like the outside lane, very popular choice among these drivers. Someone's checking up.
I don't think he quite understands that he should be all the way up there. Hopefully they'll figure that out.
As Mike Rosero leading the field to the Geico restart zone, we'll see how this restart is, and it'll be a little bit different than the start because he gets to choose kind of where he goes instead of just waiting for the green flag. As the outside does figure that out a little bit. But Geico restart zone, and Mike Rosero on the power. Peters gives him a good shove, but it looks like Joseph Magan gave him a shove too early and kind of checked those guys up.
Yeah, it looks like everyone got on the power pretty hard, and it looks like everyone kind of just struggled to go. As Joe's going to fall back, Hayden's going to fall on the inside, and I mean, like we've seen, everyone looked like they would go to the inside really quickly, and then we didn't really get to see much racing this time. So hopefully we get to stay a little bit green and see if that outside lane does work. But it looks like for now, Joseph the lone man out as everyone else is just single file around the bottom. As we heard, these guys were talking, it's wide open around here, so track position is key, and you know, Joseph might have learned right there that when he's in that 4th position, maybe he goes to the bottom instead of the top right there and guarantee himself 3rd instead of risking all the way to fall in the back.
It's definitely probably to be on the bottom than the top. I mean, just seen that the outside lane just hasn't been having good restarts. I mean, it's only been 2 restarts, and it's kind of early in the race, so you don't really know how it's gonna go and whatnot. But it seems like this inside lane pretty dominant right now, and I think these drivers are just content, kind of just riding right now as there's a battle in the back. Right now, Joe Gregory, Eric Kelpling all the way to the bottom of the track. Joseph Magan back in last place in 13th. He's gonna go inside. And Joe Gregory now up to 11th.
Yeah,
So
I think these guys are going to start trying to figure out this high side. You see Joseph goes up there behind Kepling. These guys work pretty good. You know, they're going to try to make some
Kepling
moves.
goes 3 wide.
Yeah, 3 wide as they're going to go into turn 3, make it stick. 3 wide, yes, makes it stick. But they're fighting, and as they're fighting, they're making 2 packs, and those first 4 cars are just loving this as they're pulling away, all single file trained up.
Yeah, from my experience running Cup cars and Xfinity cars, you can try to tandem your way up there, but obviously in these trucks is a little bit different. You don't really know how these are going to handle. None of these drivers do really, because none of them did officials in the trucks at all. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this race plays out. We're already 10 laps into it, and they caught up to the front pack already. So,
well, it looks like as they were battling that second pack, William Mann Sr. in that first pack was looking to try to get on the outside of Hayden, and it kind of detached the front 3, and that gave him a chance to catch up right there.
Here comes this outside.
Yeah, outside does seem to be working, but how long can Joseph stay on him before he has to back off for the
Here comes Hayden Lowell.
Hayden's gonna block it. They're gonna give it to him. Michael's gonna block it, and Hayden's gonna push him, but it's gonna give him a violent push. Oh, is that Peters on the inside? Peters is gonna get there. Hayden's got the push. Williams got to get up on Peters. It looks like
good start. 3 wide at the bottom.
Yeah, Peter goes all the way to grass. Michael still leads. Everyone's checking up. Hopefully they can keep it straight. Hayden pushing Michael. Hayden trying to get clear of Peters so that they can keep trucking on the outside. That outside looks like it is untouchable right now as they are fighting to the field.
Now.
Hayden at the bottom. Michael have no help as he's waiting for Keplinger to get back up on him. Keplinger looks like he's going to make it 3 wide. Oh, Hayden blocks it 3 wide. Contact. Oh, Keplinger on the wall.
He moved Michael up the racetrack, and here comes Pierce to the bottom now.
Still 3 wide. Keplinger stays. It will stay green. Unlucky for Keplinger. He is a pinball tonight. It's like two wide back again, but Hayden made it 3 wide right there, and it just, you know.
Yeah, we'll take a quick look at that replay quickly. As they're coming off of turn 4, Keplinger's going to the outside of Michael, and Hayden just kind of just moves up the racetrack right into Michael. I'm not sure what for, but now Peter's on the inside of the apron now.
I don't know if Hayden knew that Keplinger was there or not. He just kind of just went up the racetrack for whatever reason he went up
as
there.
He goes, contact again. Oh, they're wrecking.
Oh, Hayden. Yeah. Oof. Interesting wreck there. Kind of looks like the same thing as we see on the front stretch a couple laps ago. Just they didn't save it that time.
They just basically just turned Michael. I mean,
yeah.
I know they've had issues in the past with each other, maybe at Kansas and Daytona, but I mean,
it could have been more of a, you know, these guys are full throttle and they're getting pushed. It looks like, you know, he gets tight right here.
He gets tight right there.
Hits the apron, gets tight, gets into him, and then it looks like maybe he got loose and overcorrected a couple times. I don't really know what happened there. Just car kept washing up the track. Maybe you see he kept turning left, but the car did not go left. So maybe it was just.
He might have the aero damage. I might not be helping either.
And he could have been in a 4-wheel slide right there. Maybe just. Yeah, unfortunate. Hayden did get the worst end of it though. It's Michael also hard in the wall, but a bunch of cars having to use their fast repair early here. So, you know, we see how aggressive this racing is. This might turn into a single file fest. These drivers are kind of realizing, hey, we can't be racing like this. Give me one moment. I'm gonna go try to get a report from some of these guys and see what's, you know, their opinion on this racing.
So William Mann Sr., Hayden Lowell, Joe Gregory, Eric Keplinger, Joseph Magan in the pits. Michael in the pits also. Taking some tires also. So you can see some tire also playing a factor into this race also. see a few drivers taking tires.
Well, I was down there listening to some radios, and it looks like we might have been wrong here. Michael was apparently blocking to the apron, and before that, and that's why Hayden blocked Michael all the way up on the front stretch, and Keplinger was just a victim to that, and then he went to side draft and he just misjudged it. But he was definitely, according to him, just racing Michael the way he was racing Hayden. So looks like a little bit of bad blood between the two still.
Yeah, I mean, the
some
race,
other driver getting the worst of it.
we've seen drivers all the way on the bottom of the apron, which is very, very aggressive and not what you usually see. But I mean, it's very bumpy on there, and it's kind of just hard to judge coming back on the racetrack. And I mean, people have been very aggressive. Like I said, a lot of people on the very bottom of the apron using it up, and I don't think at this track it's just kind of like don't really going all the way to the bottom. But I mean, yes, I don't know. It's kind of aggressive racing, which is kind of surprising early on in this race. I mean, I know it's a super speedway and all and whatnot, but I mean, yeah, I mean, the top 4 take the bottom, and that's gonna put Brendan Time on the. Oh wow, Brendan Time goes to the outside front row from 5th place. So interesting decisions here, and you kind of see the bottom lane, kind of the preferred lane on these restarts.
We talked about it. Joseph was running 4th, and he picked the outside lane to start 4th. But he dropped all the way to the back of the field, so this inside, the way it looked from that restart, from the little racing we did get to see, the inside gets going better, but once the outside gets formed, they get pretty good runs. But you see Hayden and Michael, they're going to be restarting next to each other again, so hopefully that they both feel like they've evenly got into each other, and we don't have to have another issue with them. But who knows with them? They've been struggling, to keep it clean next to each other all season. So
yeah, we saw the incident in Kansas and also Iowa.
Yeah, it just seems that
it's kind of like what we've seen with Peter and Michael in the street stock season. Just kind of like when they got close to each other, they just raced each other so hard and not kind of like a F1 Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton type thing. But
Hayden's quote from that caution, from what I heard, was, "I'm gonna race Michael how he races me." So that's what Hayden feels like he was doing, and unfortunately some other drivers got involved in that. But we're gonna try to put that behind us here. We got, looks like 12 laps to go for the stage, so we're gonna have to try to see what these drivers can do. As Peters will leave the restart,
and green flag is out.
Very late start for Peters, but
outside lane actually got a good restart.
Yeah, Michael, wow. Michael went to make the 3-wide move, and Hayden did not go with him, and he's going to strand him out there. Obviously not wanting to go with him, but they're going to block it, and oh!
Urich checked up right in front of Hayden as he saves it. What a save from Sean Urich right there. Let's take a quick replay. Looks like Urich just checked up. He missed a shift possibly. I'm not sure. Just checked up right in front of Hayden.
Yeah, it was really weird. It's not like anything happened in front of him, as Michael is the lone guy on the outside. Peter's going to block him down the straightaway. Michael going to push him and try to clear, maybe try to get a double file line going. There's a 3-wide maybe behind him. Michael is going to go for the pass around Peters.
He has fresher tires also. I mean, tires do play a factor a little bit in this race.
He's going to go up there, give Peters the draft on the back straightaway. He's going to have to block the bottom line as Hayden is pushing on the apron. They're able to get it back up there. Hayden moving up the track, looking like he was trying to get a side draft off Peters, as they're going to be single file for the lead, but 2 wide for 3rd and 4th.
Timon doesn't really have the straightest back bumper. I mean, his a little crinkled in, so I think Hayden kind of pushing him a little bit, kind of messing him up a little bit maybe, but I'm not sure exactly how much that actually plays a factor into it. Because Timon seems really loose though.
Yeah, and Hayden has that win. Hayden has the points buffer. He's trying to get stage points, so he's not content where he's at.
He's losing it.
Oh, and he's sideways. He goes around. Aggressive
Caution
goes around at Atlanta.
I'm not sure if he got shoved there. No, he just lost it on his own.
Yeah, just really going for it, and he just looped it around. Just struggling to keep that car straight today.
Put the apron in. I think Brandon Wynn got into him barely, but I mean, there's nothing Brandon Wynn could do there.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I've never seen that. I mean, you see it sometimes and whatnot, but you just clip the apron the wrong way and just send them around.
Well, they did increase the banking here at Atlanta with the repave, and that's a big difference from, you know, little banking on the apron to the big bank on the racetrack, and you just get that car upset enough and get on that paint, the tires start spinning, and then, you know, you have a chance to save it, but when you got a car right up behind you, you can't just slam the brakes and save it.
Yeah.
So he had to keep his foot in it, and it went around on him.
See if anyone takes a pit stop here, fix some damage, or take some tires, but I think they'll probably go to the stage to do that.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting caution point here, because, you know, when they go green, they're probably going to have 3 or 4 laps to go for the stage. So, you know, some of these guys might be coming down to get fresh tires. You know, Hayden's probably going to want fresh tires as, you know, he just spun and he had to lock them up and definitely hurt those tires. Joseph's going to come down pit lane. Looks like he still has some damage to fix from that first wreck. Maybe going to try to hook up with his teammate Hayden and make a run at it for the stage, but
yeah, I mean,
I don't know if anyone wants to hook up with Hayden, as he's just struggling to keep it straight here. I don't know really what's going on with that vehicle, but obviously not driving too well.
Yeah, we see Michael Hay had a really good restart last time. He went from basically, I think, 8th to 1st in about 2 laps, so it's definitely possible to make moves, but you don't want to be too aggressive early on in this race, especially not even close to halfway. You still have 20 laps to go halfway, and a lot of people have a lot of damage already.
And, you know, Michael and Peters are decent friends, so hopefully, depending on what Brandon Timon does, you know, they might either hook up, or they might go to the outside and try to work in something for each other. Just try to see what they can do to help each other out and hook up and 1-2 to the stage if they're content with that. It's all about friends here at super speedways, and the more friends you have, the better you are at, you know, finding someone that's going to be able to push you. And we'll see what they do. I think it's choose cone this time by, maybe.
Yep, it looks like they're going to choose bottom. Top 4, top 5 choose bottom. Wow.
Yeah, so 6th and 7th going to move up to 2nd and 4th, and 8th place is going to move up to 6th. So, like I said, that bottom line, it gets going, but if these guys, if you're running 6th, you know, you can't be going up to 2nd. You got to take the risk, especially with just a couple laps to go in the stage. Just try to get your track position, and
it's gonna be,
you know, see what happens.
About 5-6 lap shootout. RJ Dayton on the top side alongside Michael Rosero, behind him Maximum Hawk and Sean Urich. And also on the outside there. So Gregory, William Main Sr. Definitely Joseph back. I think Joseph's just kind of taking his easy and not.
He still had a little bit of damage there, so he probably is just fixing all that up. He's probably going to try to just nurse that car around, wait for the right time to take his fast repair, stay on lead lap, and, you know, have a decent looking truck at the end to have a chance for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you got to ask for. Really, we saw that Daytona. You just have to be decent, be there at the end, and you have a chance. I mean, basically every track. That's kind of how it's been this season. If you've just been decent, been there at the ends, you've had the chance. You've seen that Kansas, Daytona, kind of at Iowa, but not really. I mean, we had a long track, but these 1.5 mile tracks, race tracks, we've seen it. You just got to be good at the end, have your tires saved, and
ready. Michael getting those tires warm. Don't want to spin them. You know, stage caution lap 28. So these drivers looking for points, they're going to be doing everything they can here.
Oh, Brendan got a bad start.
Yeah, a little bit of a bad start, but the outside lane did not go at all, which is going to help Michael as he's going to go ahead and go to the bottom, blocking contact. He's going to go back up the racetrack.
Is he going to split?
No, 3 wide.
No, he was able to the inside. Oh, hard hit to the outside wall. Maximum Bach.
Caution is going to wave again, so maybe a chance to restart it again before the stage caution, but unfortunately, it looks like
one-lap shootout.
Yeah, they just, like I said, that front straightaway is so wide, so they all get racing, and then they get to that corner, and they're like, well, we can't make this, and someone's got to give, and, you know, no one wants to give when we got stage points on the line. So
it looks like RJ Dane kind of just tried to get to the inside. He thought it was clear, but he went back outside, and looks like contact Hayden Lowell and Maxwell LeBach. Let's see from a better view. So I think it was just LeBach was trying to go top, and then he decided to go bottom, and Hayden was just kind of there. So I mean,
yeah, Hayden went for the middle, and he didn't get quite as low as probably is expected, and, you know, just kind of got into him.
I think he expected him to go 3 wide, and he was just going to go through the middle, and
yeah, and he just misjudged it a little bit.
Yeah. It's just these restarts have been really, outside lane just hasn't been really fun to see Hayden get it. Like the outside lane did not go at all. I see RJ Dayton try to get to from LRL and just not able to, and kind of just checked up Lebach and William Main Sr. got involved and agree. Oh, what a stop right there. Almost hit there. 16 there, but kept her clean, as I think we'll have a 2-lap shootout possibly. I think we're to the green right now, but I think it's going to be a 2-lap shootout. Bunch of drivers staying out. A few drivers on pit lane, four of the 13. This is probably the most cautions we've had of the season so far, which is kind of surprising. I mean, I know it's a kind of narrow super speedway, but I mean, these cautions, I feel like cautions with at super speedway we've seen at Daytona, early cautions kind of make these guys calm down a little bit and run single file, but we haven't seen that at Daytona. I mean, or Atlanta, our longest run was like, I think, like 3-4 laps. I mean, I don't know. Be interesting to see how this happens. We have one at least guaranteed more caution for the stage. So now 10 caution laps so far, 4 cautions. Race summary: 5 lead changes, 56 laps to go, 4 out of 10 cautions. Quick look at our weather here today. Very high temperatures, kind of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and no humidity or fog, and partly cloudy. A little bit of a wind from the west. And track info: track temps pretty high at 105 in Atlanta, Georgia, and 1.52 miles. As we go back, use this time by.
We're pacing here, you know, we're gonna have to see these guys pick lanes. We'll see if we get everyone go to the bottom again. The high line's still not taking off, so probably gonna see a bunch of cars go to the bottom here.
Timon goes top. Interesting.
Winners take front. Wow, very evenly split this time. As the top 6 all went to their respective spots, so I guess, you know, knowing that they have only a couple laps, you know, nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, 2-lap shootout right here.
Yeah, try to farm it up. If you start on the bottom and the top lane gets going, then you just lost spots, so you might as well, you know, it's not like you can't make passes here. We've seen Michael go from 8th to first in a couple laps, so these guys just knowing that stage coming up, want to make their moves quickly, and if it doesn't work out, they know they can make their moves right back up there. So I almost wonder if at some point we'll see any leader go to the high side maybe, and see if that helps the high side get started better, or if it's just the high side just does not get wound up in time to compensate for the wider line they have to take.
Yeah, if this is correct, my timing screen says 3 drivers have taken the fast fare, that being Mike Rosero, William Main Sr., Hayden Wool. So those 3 drivers have taken the fast fare, what this says. So I'm not exactly sure if that's 100% accurate, but I think that is. I mean, everyone else that I see hasn't really been involved in many wrecks. So a lot of drivers have a fast fare left, but if you're Michael, you probably want to get a little bit easier. The points championship lead, you don't really need the stage win. It probably helps for your playoff points, but still have a 50 laps to go in this race. As here comes the flag.
Geico restarts zone. Michael gonna go. Oh, Michael gets a wheel spin as they're gonna make a little bit of contact front row, but Michael's gonna get a decent start. Not as good as normal. High side still not formed up. Brandon Timon gonna go to the bottom. Single file for the first 5. It looks like, and just looks like maybe a little bit of retaliation there. I don't really know what that's all about, but
let's take a quick.
We stay.
I don't know if he's trying to block it. I'm not sure.
I don't really think that was a block. I think that was just people are kind of fed up with this, and looks like he finally was just enough of that for him. And
comes to the white flag right now. Here.
Yeah, white flag on the stage. We digress from that. Peters and the Catbirds sitting there, second place, waiting for someone to make a move. He can go with them. Michael ready to block for down the back straightaway. No run formed yet. Peters sitting there on the bumper, just waiting. These guys might be content. You know, the front 2 getting good points here. They might just be content, but Peters did look like he was back. Yeah, Peters was backing up. Looks like he was trying to get a run. Will he get that run to form? Coming off the corner. He's going to go to the bottom. Side. Michael doesn't have a chance to block. Through the grass.
Oh, I don't know. That was too close to call right there.
Looks like I think Michael got it by just the nose from what.
I'll take a quick look at that one again. That was very close, and that was perfect Moved by Peters.
Yeah, you see him going. It looks like Michael by just a fraction.
Well, this sounds a bit. So here we go, coming to the line. Probably the best view we're gonna get. Actually, no, this is a little bit better view right here. So coming to the line, slow motion. It's gonna be, I think Michael got it. It's gonna take a little bit. So coming to the line, second now. I do think Michael got it barely.
Yeah,
Looks like he did.
Yeah, Michael gets it by about half a tire right there. But if we go back and we can get a replay of that final lap, I called it. You seen Peters? He was like right up on Michael's bumper, and then going into 3, you seen him just check up a little bit, and then look. I mean, you see he's tight right here down the back straightaway, and then you just see that gap starts to open a little bit right there. Yeah, and he's just setting up. He wants to get that run out of the corner, and he was waiting. See what Michael left open. Michael left the bottom, not expecting the apron to be there, and just took advantage of all that real estate that Atlanta gave you. It's just not enough, unfortunately. But that's good practice. If he's running second at the end of this race, I could see that move happening again. Learn from your mistakes and capitalize on it. But Michael's going to come down pit road. It sounds like maybe we got a pit report.
Yep, pit report down.
Just kidding. We do not have a guy down there, unfortunately. But looks like 4 tires is going to be going on Michael's truck. Everyone seems to be getting 4 tires, it looks like. Anyone going to go with 2? No, everyone putting 4 tires on it.
See how tire wear has been affecting this race. As Peters might get Michael off pit lane. Oh. No, Michael's going to get it.
Yeah, Michael dragged it off. Brandon time in 3rd. Everyone else follows down the pit lane, A couple drivers here still fixing damage because we've had a couple incidents early in this race, but
we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back before the green flag. As we're back here live at Atlanta, as pace car is off. Mike Rosero gonna take the green as outside trying to jump a little bit there, but I mean, Brendan got a really good restart right there, and Michael is going on green early, basically the whole race. And I think that's outside kind of jumping it, trying to anticipate when the green flag is going.
Yeah, Peter's giving him a good shove down into 1. No help for Brendan on the top. He's going to fall down in 3rd. Eric Kemplinger 4th.
Remember on the top side.
yeah, a little bit of competition out there. And top side, you see that top side needs to get formed up. They don't need to be going 3 wide if they want to make it work. Hyman going to ride in third. Took a little look at Peters there for a second, but going to fall back in line. Michael leads. These guys still side by side towards the back of the pack. Some of these guys riding around just waiting for another wreck probably. You see the 2 packs starting to form, but as Keplinger is going to get a good run down into 1, and they're going to have a single file train here around the bottom side of the racetrack, and wait for someone to make a move. Who is not content with riding where they are? It looks like everyone content down into 3.
Yeah, I think this is kind of where the stage of the race that everyone's just kind of content riding. They still have a long way to go left in the race, and I think that's kind of what we saw at Daytona first race of the season and whatnot. And kind of the same with Kansas. I mean, there were still aggressive moves, but they weren't as aggressive as earlier in the race. But go to back a little bit separation. Joseph Madigan, RJ, yeah, and then Hayden Law has severe damage in the back. But as we go back to the front,
from what on pit road, Hayden cannot get out of 3rd gear, so
yeah,
something there. But William Mann Sr. looking to try to make that high side work, just no help.
There's Maxim LeBach, and second pack kind of falling back a little bit. Matt Moreau to the inside of Sean Urich, using that apron to his advantage. But I think they should stay pretty close to his front pack. Like I said, I think they're not going to make too many moves in this front top 5. But here comes Urich to the top side, Main to the top side.
They're looking to make that high side work.
It's
Will anyone block them? Yeah, they're not. They need to stay organized.
Back out.
Do this. Yeah, they need to line up bumpers instead of looking for passes. But they're holding their own up there. They're just gonna have to get a little bit more organized, and you might see someone like Keplinger or Brendan time up. But William back to the bottom, back to the top, just looking for the lane that's moving. Matt to the bottom. He's gonna be trying to make a move down in the corner. Oh, contact!
Brendan wins, saves it maybe. Yes, he does.
No!
Hard.
Oh, and the William. Oh, big outside wall. Caution is gonna wave. We were just waiting for that. Matt looked to the bottom on the apron there, and just whoever that was on the outside of him was not expecting that. Yeah, was not expecting him to make that move. Matt was the one not content, and unfortunately, he had that car saved at least 6 times in this.
I thought he had it saved right here, and then he saved it, and
then wrecks it again. And
William Sr., that's unfortunate for him. I don't know if he got any damage, like severe damage, but he got some right front damage, so definitely.
Yeah, just a little bit of hit there, but hard hit for the 41. But yeah, Matt was just not content. Matt did not want to go to the top side because he had no help, so he just decided to take it into his own hands, use what he was given with the big apron down there, and looks like just him not expecting to be there, and he went up and made a little contact and chased it. Just ran out of chasing room, unfortunately.
Yeah, I thought for sure he would have it saved. I mean, man, I thought he had it saved like 5 times right there, but that just happens. I mean, you're going so fast, a lot faster than you usually do at these 1.5-mile tracks, but
that's just new Atlanta racing, if you ask me. You know, everyone going. Yeah, Keplinger down on pit lane. Still has a little bit of damage. Might be trying to fix some damage, or might be just topping off on fuel. Joseph coming down. Still has a little bit of damage. Looks to be fixing that damage. Hayden's probably going to take advantage of this to come down and fix some damage as he's still stuck in 3rd gear.
Oh, it was a wrecking. What the heck?
Oh, and is that RJ? Looks like maybe just didn't see the field or something. I don't really know kind of what happened there. Just kept his foot in it. Yeah, maybe just missed. I think he just missed the field coming, but that's two odd incidents for RJ, so he's going to be out of this race due to officiating, as everyone else is going to fix their damage. And you see Michael first, Peter second, time in 3rd, and I think that's Matt in 4th. See how they handle this. You see William, he did not pit with all that damage, so obviously he thinks it's good enough to keep driving, so he's going to keep driving it. We'll see where everyone goes here with the choose cone. You know, everyone seems like they want the inside from chugging along, but this might be a chance for some of these guys to try to work on some track position. Timon getting real close up on the back of Peter's bumper, you know, maybe get some debris off. You never know. A little bit of damage to the back of Michael's bumper might be from where Peters is shoving him around the racetrack, but definitely not going to be too bad of damage as choose cone this time.
Taylor's still on pit lane. Should be going out this time. Yep. So about another minute fix of his. So he can just keep working on his car with these cautions and whatnot. I think he can maybe have a chance to. I don't know exactly the severity of his damage. It's probably pretty severe.
Yeah, he told his crew chief he could not get out of third gear. So obviously some motor damage there. But it looks like the top 3 did stay on the bottom. Actually, top 4 stayed on the bottom. So 5th place, or actually, sorry, top 5 stayed on the bottom. So 6th place all the way up to 1st here. As only 3 cars on the outside. I really don't understand why William would not make that move to the high side in the 5th position. But maybe he thinks they just do not get going, or maybe he wants to ride in the back and kind of fill out his damage that he has. So we'll see what happens here. Michael on the inside. Can't tell who that is on the outside, but Peters will be lining up. Yeah, Peters lining up behind him, and Timon on the bottom lane too. Keplinger you see running 6 up there. He's been working on some damage. He's been in a lot of unfortunate events, but hopefully he can keep his nose clean here. 40 laps to go when they go green, so we'll have to see if these guys can get a good green flag run in, or we're going to have to keep having to restack them.
Yeah, so looking at the fast repairs, 5 people have used fast repair now. It's going to be Michael Zero, Maximum Bach, William and Sr., Brandon Wins, and Hayden Lowell all have used their fast repair so far in this race. So halfway through the race right now, 6 cautions I think so far. Yeah, 6 cautions. So we'll see if they kind of keep it calm this time. They were calm for a little bit right there, but
yeah, Michael goes really late again, which is honestly stacking this field up. So if Michael wants to get this green flag going, he probably should go a little bit earlier, but seems like everyone's going to get single filed out here. Like I said, that top lane did not get going at all like normal. So we'll have to see if they can work that out. Still side by side around, looks like the 6th or 7th position there. But single file around for the lead, as they're just going to go back to trucking it along and trying to making it to the end here.
now one truck I should say on the outside. I think it's Matt Rowe, I believe. Yeah, Matt Rowe. The outside by himself. He'll probably get freight train to the back behind William and Sr. unless
William looks
gap in the inside.
William's thinking about it. He keeps looking up there. Maybe kind of just looking on what's going up there, but he
yeah,
looks like
I think he's just kind of looking to see what's going on, because I mean,
well, Matt is making some moves up there. He is not really losing ground, but he's not gaining it. So if he could just get 1 or 2 cars up there to help him, they would probably go to the front. But I think everyone is kind of just
they're just content. I think they know they've probably wrecked a lot in this race, as Sean York really checks up, and I think he clipped the apron. Let's go allow Matt to do the inside. Here comes Main Senior, the outside now, and behind him Maximum Labaka push him. About 9 cars in this pack right now.
With all these cautions, we're gonna have to send a good old text message to our buddy Bob Pockers and ask him if this track has lights, because this is gonna get a little bit long on this race. It's their single file. Hopefully they can keep it this way and get some laps logged.
Maximum looks like he's just kind of on the outside, but he's losing some ground to this top 8 or so. But I think he should be able to gain up again, because Keplinger hit the apron a little bit there, and check this kind of second-ish pack up as your top 3 kind of nose the tail somewhat. I mean, as much as you can, but William and Sr. with a huge run on the outside lane. The outside definitely can work. I mean, we've seen is Urich loose. Second time today we've seen that. Hayden Lowell got spun around the apron, clipping the apron right there. And Sean Urich again, we've seen it, like I said before, clips the apron a little bit and gets loose. He's going to lose the main pack for now, and maybe get that draft from Maxwell Labach and Brendan Wins, and maybe pull his way back up to the front. It's top 3 kind of content. LRL.
Yeah, side by side towards the back of the pack, but everyone else seems just to be riding around, looking to get through here. Just logging laps. Everyone wants to get this race over with. Obviously tired of wrecking.
Oh, 3 wide now. Oh, Maximum Labach checks up a little bit on the outside lane.
Yeah, he's seen that 3 wide, and he's been in one of those accidents already.
Lap car, Hayden Lowell on the bottom now.
Yeah, Hayden's going to hold the bottom here.
You can see some moves from this front 4. Here comes William and here to the bottom. Who's that? Brendan Timon to the block. Now Peters is on the top side.
Yeah, Peters is going to get left to dry. Will anyone pick him up, or is he just going to fall to the back? There's a little bit of a gap behind William.
Oh, William and Sr. clips the apron, gets loose. As he clips it up on the Keplinger. There they go around.
Oh, big wreck.
7 caution today. Keplinger barely misses the inside wall. Wow.
What a save, but that kind of all started when William just got a little bit loose and, accordion effect just chased it all the way around the racetrack.
I don't know if he didn't know they were on the top outside of him or whatnot, or
he might have still been, trying to get that car going straight, and by the time he got it going straight, he was already right next to someone and having to just go along with it. Because that was a very abrupt to the right turn there, so maybe just not expecting that right there.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's a 7 caution tonight, I think, as William Senior's done for the night. I think he has got some. It's not blown up, but he already uses fast repair, and he's got some major damage right there. And I mean, that's probably the 3rd or 4th time we see someone get loose right there. So I mean, Brandon Wynn already used his fast repair, I believe, so he's got some damage. Keplinger hasn't used his fast repair yet. His damage might be severe enough, but the top 3 or 4 kind of just continue running around, just kind of these guys in the back kind of making some moves, but I mean, I don't know. We've seen the outside that can work, so I mean, you don't have to make moves this early on in the run, but these guys got to pit for fuel, I'm guessing, because I don't think they were good enough on fuel in that last green flag run.
Yep, here comes everyone down pit lane. Michael leading them. Looks like Brendan Timon second, Luke Peters third. Michael Rosero on pole. He's got that first pit box. Going to try to get down here on pit road and make sure he's the first car out. Brendan Timon, one of these later pit boxes. Luke Peters down. Michael down on pit road. They're just going to jack that right side up, put some tires on it here.
Brendan Timon fuel only.
Yeah, I think he went right sides from what I've seen.
Maybe right sides, yeah.
Yeah, seen that right side car go up. Michael going to put left sides on it. He's going to be off on a wave. So is Luke. Oh, Michael's going to fix damage. Luke is going to come out here. Michael is fixing damage, which is a smart move. You want to get that damage fixed. Looks like that rear spoil, the damage we were talking about a little bit earlier from where Luke was giving him shoves. Just going to get what he can fixed and then continue on.
A lot of drivers.
Yeah. A little bit of contact with Law, a little bit of contact with each other. Still some damage to get fixed from earlier in the race with all those incidents happening, but hopefully these cars will still be competitive, and well, trucks I should say, and they will have a chance at it. Hopefully, see all these cars just coming off looking better than what they went down, but still looks like we've been racing a couple of laps at Martinsville here. Not a single car just perfectly clean. They all just want to come down here and fix their damage.
They don't want to use that fast repair yet. I mean, Joseph Maggett stays out.
Yeah, still 30 laps to go. Joseph's going to stay out. Give me one moment. I'll get a report from him.
Ryan's going to to some chutes coming right here this time by. So go choose the bottom side. Then time into the top.
Well, talking to Joseph for a second, it looks like they don't think they can make it if they pit right there. So it looks like everyone still does have one pit stop left, according to what they're hearing. So Joseph thought might as well stay out here, get the track position, get ahead of the wreck is his goal. He still has that one fast car left, so he can get up here and race and try to stay ahead of it. And if he gets in it, he still has that that fallback of the fast repair. And if you can't make it on fuel, you might as well get your track position. So looks like he's going to get that. Michael's going to be on the inside of him. Brendan Timon on the 2 tires on the right side. So we got no tires leading the field of green, right sides in second, and then 4 tires and fuel for the rest of the field.
Very interesting. Only 3 cars on the bottom side. Not really seen. Drivers coming soon. When still in the pits, like I said, he already used fast repair. Not kind of what I expected here at Atlanta. I expected a little bit more green flag runs, and I mean, I know it's a super speedway and whatnot, but I feel like a lot of these wrecks have kind of been, been too aggressive, which is typical of these super speedways, and a little bit smaller front stretch and back stretch. There's Megan. And the gas spot right here. Michael with a good shove to him on the back. Also, the outside lane going good. They're going 3 wide right now. As Joseph goes to the back, he's on the apron still.
Yeah,
must have some damage.
I think he's just I think he knows they're probably gonna wreck again. Just not comfortable. Wants to save that fast repair to the end. Just come back here, save some fuel, and just ride. Michael not content with third though. He's looking to make a move on the outside as they're too wide back here with Keplinger. So everyone kind of single filed out here.
It's a lot smaller pack than before. We saw about 9 cars. Right now we have about 8, which I mean, it's only one smaller, but those are missing Brendan Wins, William and Senior. Still Senior hitting low. How we're together, they have similar damage, similar speed right now, hitting low 1 lap down. Go back to the front. Matt Morrell is catching our top 3 right now. Keplinger, Sean Urich finally not battling each other again. Now these 3-4 drivers trying to catch up to these top 4 right now. It's about 28 laps to go.
Yeah, they're single file here. Everyone kind of just riding around. 4-car group for the lead. Just waiting, you know. We don't think they're good on fuel, so they're just going to be chilling. Wait until they are good on fuel. Wait for that caution. Pit in. That's when I think they'll start going for it.
Maybe try to save it. I don't know how short they are on fuel. They could be a lot short and some drivers in the back save some fuel, but I'm not 100%. But with 20 some laps to go, I would think they would be somewhat good, but also the full throttle at a mile and a half, so nothing we've seen before.
Yeah, full throttle. Never given a chance for that motor to rest. Just having that carburetor wide open, just fuel dumping straight through the motor. So it's not really like they're getting a chance to let off and hold it. So 1.5 miles of just nothing but wide open fuel just going straight through that motor. So
yeah, I think at Kansas we saw about a 30, 34, 35 lap fuel run with a little bit of lifting, and obviously a lot more tire wear. So I think you're looking at about 28, maybe 26 laps of fuel, if like that kind of relates. But I'm still not 100% sure.
And to be honest with you, with the way these guys have been racing, I will be surprised if we get to 28. These guys have been wanting to make moves the whole race, and I don't really see that changing the closer we get to the end. It may calm down here for the next 10 laps, but I think once you get to about 10 to go, which is in 15 laps, they're gonna be trying to get their spots. As Matt's already going for spots, Michael gonna block them, get back in line. That's gonna give a chance for that second pack to catch up. We'll see if they make a move.
Oh,
yeah, Keplinger to the high side.
I think
no help up there.
They checked up a lot in the front. I think Keplinger kind of shot to the track, turning wouldn't let's take it back.
Yeah, he had a big run, went to the high side. And just,
I think
got blocked a little bit.
That came up a little bit.
Yeah, got blocked.
Oh, his lap traffic.
He went to the high lap traffic.
You see the Maximum Labak in the wall. He was forced up to the outside wall. Let's take it. So there's side by side and lap traffic coming up, and Maximum just kind of in the marbles up there. No one's really running the very top side, like old Atlanta. I guess you can do it somewhat, but New Atlanta marbles and dust up there. This pack now becomes 7.
7-car pack. They're gonna get on the apron from pushing so hard. You might see some of that. We don't really say it much around here, but bumper hook might start to come into play as these guys just keep trucking around. Peter's probably just trying to stay up behind them, save a little bit of fuel. Michael riding in third. He's a perfect spot to save some fuel. Matt just hanging back a little bit, having enough room to be able to make that reaction, but not enough to where he's going to lose the draft. Keplinger right up behind him, and then can't tell who those 2 cars behind him are, but
I think this definitely calming down a little bit, as you guys know that they might not be able to make on fuel, so they just have to have one more stop possibly. And also, kind of their 7-car pack, which is probably the best chance that I got winning the race. 1 out of 7, except letting Joseph use his fast repair, and that's about it. Maximum Labak can get back up, so it could be up to 9, maybe 10 drivers if one other driver fixes damage or not. I think they're just content, kind of just riding and putting laps down, trying to make it to the end, and not using fast repair and getting damage on the race car.
Oh, Keplinger going to the apron, making a move on Matt. Looks like will not be able to make the move. He's going to check up a little bit, and they're going to keep going. You see these guys maybe starting to have a little bit of tire wear as they're starting to kind of arc it down into the corner. Lap car are going to be running the high side. That's Joseph Madigan just...
He does not want to go no lap down because he only gets 1 wave around per caution. If he goes no lap down, he's going to be in trouble.
probably going to try to get in the draft, but I don't know if he has the truck to get in the draft. So hopefully these guys wreck soon, or he's going to be in some big trouble. He still does have his fast repair, but
It's not really
fast repair
worth
don't
it.
matter if he's 2
And
laps
he has
down.
to pit, so if he pits, he doesn't get a
Yeah.
lot.
Oh,
Here comes
that's going to be
Kellinger.
inside contact. Contact, maybe just a little bit arrow push, but he's
As Brendan Timon.
contact for the lead.
I think he
Brandon
maybe got
Timon.
a bad show from Luke Peters right there.
As Michael's going to go.
As
to
here comes
push
lap
him.
traffic up ahead too.
Lap
it's
traffic
gonna get
inward,
hairy.
too wide. It's going to get hairy. Michael going to clear himself down to the bottom, barely clear. Brandon Timon gave him the lift, but they're all going to go to the outside. Still too wide for fourth, but they're going to catch the lap traffic at the perfect time, which is the front straightaway. And that's going to give Keplinger a chance to go back at Matt. Matt's not going to give him the room. He's going to pinch him. Keplinger's going to back out. Smart move from Keplinger. Just keep this race chugging along. Matt's going to stay in fourth. But Luke Peters, your new leader. Michael the second. Brandon Timon third. Matt Moreau fourth. And Eric Keplinger is going to round out your top
Let's take a
five.
quick look at what happened there going into one. I think Peters just gave Brendan a bad push and whatnot. Brendan is only on right side tires, so his tires could be a little bit, left side tires could be a little bit more Peters, but now it looks like Brendan got loose. I mean, again.
We've seen, the apron is just not as banked as this new surface is, and if you just catch it wrong, then wheels get to spinning, and thankfully there was enough time for Peters to make a chance to get around him and not run in the back of him. Saved a lot of carnage for a lot of good race cars. Keplinger going to the outside of Matt for fourth.
I think this is kind of just a truck then, because I've driven next to the next Vindies here, and it doesn't seem like that's the issue as much as an issue as these trucks are. I'm not sure. Here comes Matt to the inside.
Matt's going to go to the inside. Keplinger and Matt have both been going at it. So.
Oh, that's very close. I mean, with 15 laps to go, I don't know if you want to make that move right there and see Matt made some contact with someone earlier in the race going there.
These guys might just be worried that they're running out of, they might be worried that they're running out of chances to make these moves. They don't know if they're going to stay single file. I mean, some of these, we've seen it at Daytona a couple times. I mean, Daytona and Talladega, you get to the point where you come into the line and you're single file and you can't get that run point. So, Matt's going to get inside.
Time, easily.
Yeah, Brendan Timon going to pinch it hard. But Brendan Timon's holding his line, but he gets loose. He's going to save it. And holy cow, he holds on with a little bit of pinch on Matt, but Matt is going to keep looking for it down the back straightaway, but can't because that yellow line rule. Tries the outside. He's got to watch out because Keplinger's been looking to get the inside of him. Keplinger's going to let him back.
Their tires are really wearing right now. You can see how they're
bobbling and weaving, but these guys are still trying to get full throttle, but I think these guys might have to start lifting here soon, and it's just going to be who can stick it the hardest as they go down into turn 1, 2 wide again. Keplinger on the inside, Matt Moreau on the outside. As Keplinger's going to get the spot for now, but we see Matt, he's able to hold it on that outside, but maybe not this time as he has no help at all as Keplinger's going to freight train by him and maybe just a little bit too loose for Matt. Yeah, Brandon Timon on those right side tires only, and his tires are hot from how loose he got, so he's going to have to cool those things down.
Here comes Keplinger now to the inside, using that apron to his advantage. He's going to get to the inside of him, and Brendan do the same thing he did before. I think Keplinger has a little bit more stability than Matt there is, but here comes Yerk to the top side now. As the track temp is lowering down, as you can see the shade on the racetrack about 5 degrees lower. Here comes the lap traffic, though.
Oh, lap traffic, and we're 2 wide again. Keplinger going to be the one, probably going to get a pick. Will he
in the marbles? Oh, that was close. Wow.
Oh, I don't know how they did not make contact there. They were right next to each other. As these guys are still all over the racetrack with these cars just not handling very good right now. But Michael is giving the push of a lifetime to Luke, and looked like he was going to make a move, but he's just going to ride back in line, get some air on that nose. And
Keplinger loose, up the racetrack he goes, in the mat. Hard in the outside wall, he saves it. No, he locks it down. He does save it, though. Keeps it going. No caution is out. That's going to break up this pack right now. These bottom 3 need to work together.
And that was the caution Joseph Madigan needed, but not going to get it, so he's going to have to... Hopefully he does not go 2 laps down.
He should be good. They're on the front straightaway right now. He's in turn forward about 10 laps to go. It's going to be tough. Last time by here, and 30.9. These guys are in the 31.
Yeah, but with these guys getting single file, these top 3 are just... These top 3 need to just stay single file and pull away from Matt and on Urich, so we'll see what happens.
10 laps to go. This about 11 laps to go, I guess. This time by, we'll see what these lap times are this time. But it looks like these guys are catching him with a 2-car tandem. We'll see what it is though. 32 flats, 31.8. So two-car tandem definitely working in the favor of these two drivers.
They're really not. They're not lined up very good.
Yeah,
these front three.
As we're gonna take a quick look at what happened with coupling. It looks like he just got loose there. Front. Oh, flipped the apron just a little bit too much.
Yep.
Matt got into the back of him, but I think there's nothing for Matt to do there, and Kelpinger almost spun around. But what a great save for him as top 5 now close together.
Kelpinger, another victim of that higher banking with less forgiving apron. But these guys just gonna have to be careful. As we got another one on the apron. RJ gonna save it, launching up the racetrack. That apron is claiming cars. These guys are gonna have to really
more lap
keep an eye
traffic
out for
ahead
that.
too. So
that's
seeing a
Joseph
lot
Madigan.
of tiring, and they could still pit right now. Also,
is that Joseph Madigan about to go a lap down?
Joseph Madigan.
Yeah, so these guys really need to get going. Joseph cannot afford to go that second lap down, but looks like it's going to be the inevitable.
What happened to Joseph? He was running some pretty good lap times. He was about half a stroke ahead. I'm not sure if you have to check up his records. Might be the wrong car I was looking at, but they're passing the inside now. Maxim Lebach ahead of him now, as this pack is very separated. There's a spin! Caution's out. There's 2 cars involved. Hayden Lowell, William and Tina, they were working together.
We've seen them working together.
Not sure what happened. Kelpinger ahead. Someone blew an engine? I think they may just push the wrong way. Guessing hooked, bumper hooked, possibly. Yeah, William and Tina bumped Hayden to the corner. Rest go around.
Yep. Aggressive goes around.
Aggressive goes around.
Part unlimited here today. Just unfortunately, he's in the wrong places at the wrong times, pretty much the whole day. So.
And Joseph Madigan just went lap.
And that's going to put an end to that 67's race. So hopefully they'll, after a big win at Iowa, tough day here at Atlanta. So hopefully they're going to get a chance to.
This could help Kelpinger. He's going to be able to use his fast repair. Joseph, if I was him, I would try to stay out one more time because he's not that slow enough that he's going to go lap down if they go green the whole way. But it seems like these drivers did not pit, so they can make enough fuel.
Which is honestly kind of scary. I was hoping these guys would pit it, but they might be out of tires. They might be out of tires.
The tire wear could be a factor in this. We saw Brendan Time and Matt Monroe struggling. That's going to allow these guys to have a little bit of advantage. And Kelpinger's got new tires, new car, and I mean, he's probably going to be a little bit more aggressive. He didn't really like what happened last time. I mean, he got loose, but obviously he wants to get back up there and have a chance for that lead. And that's going to bring about 8 cars back as Joseph stays out, so he should get where we're on here unless he pits. William Sr. out. Out. Brendan Wynn back on the racetrack. 17 laps down. A lot of damage to his machine, but he did get all repaired about 10 minutes on pit road, so not sure how much that really helped him though, but we'll see. We're going to have about 5 lap shootout coming. 2 laps. Who's going to miss on Bob?
Yeah, Joseph getting his one wave around here.
Hyman in 4th, Bach in 3rd. He had I thought he did pit. Oh, he must have got. I thought he did pit, but that's not. Actually, no, he didn't. These guys have about 26 hot-rolled tires. For these guys, 1, 2, 0. But it's gonna be. I think that's a huge difference. I think it was a mistake for these guys to stay out unless they had a tire set left. I just don't see these guys being able to. It's just magnets. His fast car out. I think kind of letting McQueen this. He may have got the pace car out. I don't know. No, he didn't. But I think he got. But Joseph got hope for one more caution here. Could be 1 lap down. He's really the only other driver on the lap down that has a chance of winning. we'll see what happens here. 3 drivers on the outside. Michael Zero on the outside. Brendan Timon behind him. Sean Urich behind him. We saw Matt Morrell. He was pretty fast there. He's been using that apron to his advantage. And it's been about the only driver really using that apron impressively. And him and Eric Kepler has too.
Yeah, we're gonna go green this time. See what happens here.
Saw what happened at Kansas, very aggressive. Iowa, we didn't have a late replay restart, but this is his first, basically 5-lap shootout group super speed we've seen, other than the stages. As green flag is out, Peters with a really good restart. LeBach get a good restart too, so he's gonna slot himself in the second. Brendan Timon go inside Michael, he's gonna get to back. As here comes Keplinger to the bottom with Joe Gregory, he's gonna back off a little bit of the 88 machine. As Michael gonna slot himself in. No, he's gonna go stay to the top side.
Remember, Michael's on those old tires, so he's gonna have to really work a little bit harder to make moves, as that thing's gonna be a little loose. But he's gonna get a little bit of help from Brendan Timon. Eric Kepling with that brand new truck, brand new tire is gonna be coming down right here.
5 laps to go, still a long way to go in this race. Anything can happen. So Michael gets a good run. We get a good run outside lane. Peters gonna go all the way to apron. Make sure Michael doesn't get too big of a run. Cut the racetrack a little bit there. Just slide up right around the field. 3 wide now. And here goes Brendan Timon to the outside. Helping on the outside also. With those fresh tires, here comes Matt Moreau also.
Keep it clean this time, but I don't know how long they'll be able to keep that clean. As 4 laps to go, coming to 3 to go, still 3 wide.
Brendan Timon over the outside. Oh, Michael going flipping, flying everywhere. Caution is out.
God.
And that's what Joseph Maggie needed. Oh, he's going to stop. He does. Oh my goodness. What
we have a dead race car driver, unfortunately. Michael Rosario.
He just hooked Brendan Timon the wrong way. Kelpinger involved, Brendan Timon involved.
Gosh, Michael went for a ride.
Brendan Timon has a fast wheel left though, so that's thankful for him. Just looks like Michael gave him a bad shove right there. A little bit, just very little. Oh, Kelpinger. Unfortunate for him, and he's got some severe damage. His engine's worked up, so he could be done tonight. I was trying to get a shove to Brendan, and Brendan just couldn't hold on to it. Wow, Michael just died right there. Joseph slamming on the brakes, trying not to get any damage there, and he did avoid it, but he's gonna have to cook his tires right there. And that's a championship leader out of the race. And we can take a quick look at our points right now on screen. Right now we have Michael Rosario, the leader, Hayden Wolf second, Luke Peters in third. So Luke Peters looking in the catbird seat, and we could have an upset winner here. A lot of these drivers in the top 5 have never won an LRL before. 4 of the 5 have not won. And this could be a good day for Maxim LeBach, Sean Urich, looking at 5th place spot. Luke Rufaro not in the race. Peters is in the lead right now. Hayden Wolf's out. Michael Rosario's out. Aaron Brown's not in the race. Will Cloud's not in the race. Brandon Wynn's not having a good day. So this could be a good day for Sean Urich. He's in 5th place. He's had some solid results in the past 2 weeks. And he's right now in 5th place. And he has a chance. Joseph Magan could try to get his 76 machine back out there. And he could have a good result right now. He missed last week at Iowa. Only going to be 6 cars on the track. So kind of a 2020, I guess, Daytona Flash type races. Surprised Brendan Timon, he had to reset. Oh, he couldn't make it to the pit lane. So unfortunate. He had to reset and fix his damages. Eric had to fix his damage. As we have a green-white checker here today. Atlanta. We're going to take a quick little break and we'll be right back before we begin. As we're back here at
Why are you on the outside?
So 6 cars in the race and all of them on the lead lap. So I think Peters hasn't used it. Peters is the only car in this 6 that has not used his faster rear left. Does not use his faster rear. And it's probably gonna hope he's not gonna have to use it with 2 lap shootout right here. And we only have 2 green white checkers. Only 1 car on the outside lane now, actually. Sean Urich, 97. So that's gonna be something to see on this out. His pace car is off. Outside lane, not camera way back. Green flag is out. He's going to the bottom. I think he's pulling these guys by. Not sure why. I thought he was had a clean race car, but that's going to separate these two in the back. But we could see a big run from these 2 drivers, Joe Gregory and Joseph Madigan. But Maximum Block in second right now. Behind him, Sean Urich. Urich and Block have to work together. Here comes Joseph Madigan and Joe Gregory. They have a huge run. Now the outside, here comes Sean Urich. Gonna try and make it work.
Not many cars left, but Joseph Madigan finally got a clean car. He's going to be, this is what he's been waiting for, making his move to the high side.
White flag is out. Peters gonna have to block that apron. As LeBlanc looking outside. No, not gonna be able to do anything. Here comes Joseph and Sean Urich.
Gonna make a move to the outside. White flag still.
You see his old tires kind of coming into effect right now.
Peters, will he go for the block? No, staying on the bottom side. Side by side for the race lead. Joseph Madigan.
Oh no, Peters not gonna have a good run off the exit. Sean Urich gonna come off of turn 4. I think he's gonna get it. Coming to the line. It's gonna be Sean Urich, your winner, side by side for second. I think Luke Peters got it by an inch. What a finish for Sean Urich right there on those new tires. And wow, what a finish for him. So we take a quick look at that. He just had a good run. LeBlanc just didn't get to the back of Peters, and Peters kind of got that win stolen from him. He had a great race going. He had led 25 of these 80 laps. And it was a tough race to lead. I mean, kind of at a super speedway there, but Peters led the majority of the last few laps. And gets it taken away. Coming to the checkered flag is still second for him. Sean Urich with the win. That's going to be a big point save for him. We just showed him on the standings. Joseph Madigan third. Good point save for him also. And Joe Gregory, Maximum LeBlanc also a good point save for them. As Sean Urich gets the win here today at Atlanta. What a finish. A lot of wrecked race cars though, but I think we had 8 cautions in total. 9 cautions, 27 caution laps over the 80 plus. I'm not exactly sure how many we had in total, but Sean Urich burning it down on the front straightaway. It's our 4th different winner of the season. Yeah, Joseph Madigan his first win in first race of the season. Sean Urich's first win of his LRL career also. So 2 new winners here this season, both at Super Speedway tracks. Doing the Polish victory lap backwards on Atlanta.
Just enjoying his win. Congratulations to him. Decent race. Unfortunately, just a little bit caution filled, but you know, kind of expected that coming into this. But hopefully that's not the case for some of these other races. We've had some good races this year, and you know, every once in a while we get a bad one. But
a lot of cautions this race. Just people being overly aggressive, to be honest. I mean, just how cautions, but. Sean Urich gets the win here in Atlanta, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our top 3 news. As we're back here live at Atlanta. We're bringing in our race winner, Sean Urich. Hello, Sean, you got a copy?
Yep.
So you get the win here at Atlanta on the last lap pass on Luke Pierce. You led one lap of this race, but you get it done. The closing stages. What do you see from your windshield on those last 3 laps? Last 2 laps?
What I saw, basically one of my biggest decisions was when I came down in the pits, I already had a set of left sides left because I took the right sides on the earlier stop, so I took that. So then I saw the yellow came out. The cone basically is what gave me a huge advantage. Went to the outside. There was no one else there. Got a big push from Madigan, and that's from there. That's what happened. We got the win.
Yeah, this race was overall just kind of like a lot of wrecks to avoid. And how do you manage to avoid all those wrecks throughout this race?
Well, first of all, probably real life racing helps more than anything with that. But yeah, just I hung around the back with most of the race, tried to just stay there and not get involved with anything, especially towards the end. I was in like 6th place, just didn't want to get involved. I knew I had a good car. I just didn't want to go up there and ruin it immediately. I had my fast repair between lap 1 and lap 77.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I saw you had your fast repair left a lot during this race. And yeah, and anyone you'd like to thank for tonight's win?
I got to thank Sunny Setup, Jolly Good Soda, School Service, Automatic Entrance to Wisconsin, HQ Graphics, Exciting Events, Max and Brandon for keeping me busy throughout the whole race, the whole Sean York Racing Esports thing. That's basically, I gotta thank them.
Yep, congrats on your win here tonight at Atlanta.
Thank you.
That was Sean Urich in first place, winning his first ever LRL race. They'll bring in Luke Peters, led 25 laps of this race. Right at the end, but just couldn't close it down. Luke, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
So we're leading up to the end of that point. What do you think you could have done differently there?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maxim never really got to my bumper and was able to really push me. Going into 1 on that final lap, he got really loose, so I kind of just got too far out front, and Sean got a really good push from Madigan there. Just flew past me.
Yeah, you had a really good run at the end there, and you had a chance at the win. I mean, it's really all you can ask for. You're the only driver not to use a fast repair in that race. I mean, I guess that's something. How you managed to stay in front of all those wrecks? I mean, you were in the front most of them, but there was still a lot of wrecks in front of you and beside you.
Yeah, I mean, I got lucky, I guess. Usually I'm get involved in a lot of wrecks at these super speedways, but I don't know.
Yeah, kind of just luck playing into it. Anyone, I think, for the second place finish?
Yeah, you guys for broadcasting and admins for putting this on, and everyone else for making it a fun race.
Yep, and congrats on your second place finish here at Atlanta.
Thank you.
And we'll bring in third place finisher Joseph Madigan after getting those last cautions, being able to get his fast repair fixed and get on back on the lap.
Hi, Joseph. It's Ryan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you had a pretty quiet night as the driver. Not much going on. Kind of just showed up at the end. You were able to get those cautions you needed to get your laps back. Got your fast repair in, and kind of just took advantage of what you had. But overall, as a driver, good night. Not so much as a team owner, but that's a conversation for a different time. What do you think of the race?
I'm gonna be straight honest. That was not fun to drive. I can't imagine it was any fun to watch live. I mean, when we weren't single file, we were wrecking, and when we were single file, it was snooze fest. So, I'd like to go ahead and say I apologize to Michael Rosero on the 23 truck and everyone involved in that team. I do not condone the driving of Hayden, and we'll have to have a talk with him about that. But there was also some idiotic driving by some other drivers, which they know who they are. Not a great race for us, but I will say those cautions at the end and It felt like Lightning McQueen after the pace car clearly beat me, but I still got I was allowed to pass him. So
That's exactly what I said.
yeah, I said that in voice chat and funny, but yeah, that wrecks at the end were crazy, and I don't know how I avoided that, but I hope Michael's okay. He went at least higher than 10,000 feet.
Yeah,
Looks like an airplane out there.
Yeah, NASA was calling and telling us to clear the airspace, but you know, we told them that they're gonna have to get over it. This is our time, you know. But interesting race. You know, anyone you'd like to thank?
You know, I like to thank Madigan Motorsports, Napa Auto Parts, Mad Dog Designs, Ford, Morgan & Morgan. We for the people, baby. You already know what it is. Kickstart. If you know, you know. But you know, fun race. I guess at the end, congratulations to Sean Urich. You're welcome for the push. You know, I expected Peters to put up a little bit more of a fight, but he didn't. And good job to him at getting me in the end there. I thought he was gonna, you know, pinch me, tried side drafting me, but he cut, and I didn't think it'd be that powerful, especially with me having the draft. But congrats to him. And yeah, I hope everyone's okay after that gnarly wreck at the end.
Well, look forward to seeing you next week, and look forward to playing a little bit of Rust with you later.
All right, I'm playing F1, man. I'm going open wheel. I'm tired of this stock car stuff. This is disgusting.
Yeah.
Congrats on your 3rd place finish here at Atlanta.
Thanks, guys.
So that's going to wrap it up here tonight. We're going to take a quick look at your results. Only 6 drivers on the lead lap right there. Sean Urich, Luke Peters, Joseph Madigan, Joe Gregory, Maxim Labach, Matt Moreau, Eric Kelplinger, Mike Rosero, Brendan Timon, and William Mancini rounds out your top 10.